everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's game, the passing game will be a focal point as both teams rank in the top 10 in passing touchdowns. It's the Eagles going up against the Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Shift together here from the D-line. They run the counter now on first down. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater surveying the field. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll run it here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He's got time in the pocket. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Finding time. And this is going to be incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down following the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Beckham. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Muscles him off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills? And it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Cuts back right, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
New York set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away. And they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Pass interference, defense.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets...
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So 2nd and 10 here.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Pass interference, offense.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Little motion now from the tight end. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And on the ground they go with a running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater surveying the field. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll look to throw here. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Beckham, the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Fresh set of downs here. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can...
And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second down, Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Let's go.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. To the air again with Bridgewater. Finding time. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come out in the pistol. And again, it's Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. First and goal here from the 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Bridgewater now on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So we've reached, geez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Play clock winding down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. Sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So a bit of a struggle here in this one after the great week last week. And after the last drive, I looked over. I don't think our camera saw it, but he just kind of went over by himself on the end of the bench. You could just tell visibly frustrated.
And that's probably good that he went by himself to gather his thoughts as opposed to going up and down the sideline, raging a little bit, demanding the football, wanting to know what was going wrong, because that can really cause problems amongst the team. But I like that. Down there by himself, trying to work it out, and I think he'll get in the huddle and say, all right, let's get this thing figured out. Tough going so far, though.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And they'll go on the ground. Now the ball comes loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When you think of really good teams that play a base 3-4 defense, you'll have to think the defensive line handles a lot of things. Eat up double teams with your nose guard. Your defensive ends are what we call base guys that can hold the point of attack, and they make it very difficult for people to run the football.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they get the field goal. The partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing right, and that's complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Eagles. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Bridgewater to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Uses the stiff arm. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And it's caught by Parker. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They come out here in the eye. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to go for a big play. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
First down, Bridgewater. He's got time. It's complete to Parker, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain here down to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Gus Bradley's decision. decision to go for it does not work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Third down, 15 yards still needed. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. Surveying the field. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 23 yards there. And that leads to a New York first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. And they'll run it here. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And to give this time to the tailback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from leading this game.
Well, I don't want to overlook the touchdown because that was huge. That ties the game. But you know where I'm going, don't you?
Need the PAT, and then you need to stop on defense.
Yeah, in a big way. The guy kicking the ball through the post, that's where all the spotlight shifts to now.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Holding offense.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be...
Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll take him down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive lineman won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defense in front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year, and they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, man. Indiana Jones. Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop, sizzle and Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west now down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, hold those and throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal. I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls, 'cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one, and it's time. CNN, this is Ghetto Editorial. See me like milk and Oreos, dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are finest, they blow your mind like you could do what you wanna do, whether group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili, summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you select. Back on up on this, before you with this, you better walk up and off the building up. Yes, oh, got the heat up the show, face up the thermometer. I'm gonna take full control. Hey Paul, let him know. I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls, 'cause we are giants. Heart of David, you know it takes just one. TR. Novus Ordo Seclorum, E Pluribus Unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us. For the average team, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my team. Yeah.